Well, you guys, is this the most important browser setting for your privacy? This is a setting that has been added to your browser. It's called WebRTC, or Web Real-Time Communication. WebRTC is a HTML5 specification that you can use to add real-time media communications directly between your browser and devices. So WebRTC is a technology used by your web browser to reduce the lag time when users are in a video call or audio call. It's also used to keep the live streaming and file sharing faster. Now, WebRTC is not perfect, and it can also leak your real IP address, which is not what you want when you're using a VPN. So to disable this in your browser, you can do this method. Inside Microsoft Edge, go up to the top and type about://flags, and then basically in the experiments part, you want to put in here WebRTC and basically do a search. Inside Microsoft Edge, you should see anonymized local IPs exposed by WebRTC, and you can see it right there. So what does that mean for you? Well, you'll want to definitely enable this feature in Microsoft Edge. So your public IP address is the regular address your ISP gives you so that websites and services around the internet can identify your network connection. Also, your local IP address is the internal address your devices share inside your home or workplace or private network. And you'll need to do this on other browsers as well, but this is for Microsoft Edge, and I'll show you how to do it on other browsers as well. Now, that's not to say that WebRTC is not useful. It is, but it also can do major leaks, which is something that you don't want, because you don't want your public IP address being released while you're using a VPN. So let's take a look at how to do this on Google Chrome. So go up to the top, and basically you're going to be typing up here about:// flags, the same as you would do inside Microsoft Edge. And up the top, do the same thing, WebRTC, and you should see anonymized local IPs exposed by WebRTC. This can conceal your local IP address with MDNS, and also host names, and also Mac, Windows, Linux, and Chrome OS as well. Now, to do this on Brave, all you need to do is open up your browser, go up to the top right hand side and click on Settings here, and this will open up the settings pane. From here, what you need to do here is go down the left hand side here, and you should see an area called Privacy and Security. Click on this one, and then what you want to look for is WebRTC. It should be somewhere in here, and I think I've just seen it. It's up the very top here. So up the very top, you should see WebRTC IP handling policy, and you can see you can read more about it by hitting the learn more, and it's set to default. Hit the drop down arrow, and you should see disable non-proxied UDP. Click it on that one, and you're good to go. Now, WebRTC leak is dangerous because the protocol communication channels bypass your VPN's encrypted tunnel, which is not good. This exposes your IP address outside of the VPN connection and lets anyone discover your real IP address, which sort of defeats the purpose of a VPN. That is, anyone using a peer-to-peer sharing platform, streaming platforms, your ISP, governments, or cyber criminals, or any website you visit. It can leak your real IP address, which goes without saying defeats the object of having a VPN on in the first place. Now, there's also another useful setting inside Brave which you can use, which is inside the Shields area. So click on Shields, and what you want to look for is the block fingerprinting. And this is another useful one that you can use inside Brave. So look for a block fingerprinting. You'll see that it will be set to standard. And you want to set this to disable, but this can break some websites. But basically, Brave is trying to protect you from people using exploits to use language and fonts to breach your privacy. So basically, that's what that setting's for there. So now we're going to go into Opera, and we're going to go in here and basically change these settings. So inside your settings here, what you want to do is you want to come down to where it says Advanced here and click on this one, and you should see all the way down here WebRTC. And again, what you want to do here is you want to put this on disabled non-proxied UDP for your Opera browser. So basically set that to that. And there's some other settings you can go through. Maybe I'll cover these in other videos, but that's the one for this one. And you can just quit out of this and that should then be set. Now, if you use Firefox, there's also one for Firefox which you can use, which will help protect you a little bit. So let's go ahead and do Firefox here. So up on the top of Firefox, what you want to do here is up the top, type up here about, and then put colon, and then you can put in here config, so it's slightly different, and push enter. And then once we push enter, you will see proceed with caution. Remember, you're making changes inside an area which they don't really want you to go into. But basically, once you're inside here, you can do a search for media peer connection. So that's what you want to do here. So if you type out media and then you put in here peer, you should see it coming up here in the list. And basically, all you need to do here is turn that from true to false, and that will be then set. Let me just show you down here. It's got to be somewhere down here. And it should be here. I'll highlight it and I'll put it into the actual bar so you can see it. It's this one here. And once you go over to the right hand side, you should see here a little toggle button where you can toggle it from true to false. And that should then be set. And once that's done, you should see it highlighted right there. I'm just toggling it on and off so you can actually see it. But I'll put it on its own so you can actually see it. It's this one here. And you can see I've now got this set to false. And that's exactly how you want it for the Firefox browser. And that's Firefox out of the way. And that's pretty much all of the browsers covered for this particular topic, which is for the WebRTC. You can disable this if you wish, if you feel that you have a need to protect your privacy and your IP address, especially your public IP address, especially when using a VPN. If you're doing that, then that's probably advisable to have those settings changed the way I've showed you in this video. And this is why I always tell people that using a VPN doesn't make you completely anonymous. I don't know how many arguments or debates I've had on Discord about that particular topic. But yeah, if there's things like this which have been on your system for a number of years and you've been using a VPN, then you've probably been exposed at some point and you probably don't even know, especially if this is exposing your IP address, especially your public IP address. And there's no guarantee that it has leaked. You might not have leaked it, but there is a chance or a possibility that you could leak your public IP address by having those features enabled, especially using any of those things that we talked about earlier. Anyway, but that said, I think that's going to be about it for this video. So I hope this video has been some sort of use here. If it has, then give the video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments section below whether you like this sort of content and whether you want to see more on this sort of stuff. And I'll be happy to make those videos for you. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Just want to say a quick shout out to all my YouTube members, whether you're tier 1, tier 2 or tier 3. I really do appreciate the support. And I shall catch you in the very next video, or I'll see you on the Discord server for a chat. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.